For most of human history, wars were fought over land, gold, or oil. But now, something far more basic is being weaponized: food. In a world already battered by climate shocks and inflation, control over grain is becoming a tool of political domination. This is not about charity. This is about surrender. Food has always been political. During World War II, blockades caused famines. In the Cold War, the US used weak diplomacy to sway regimes. But today, the stakes are higher. Over 3 billion people rely on just a handful of exporters, and just one war or drought can tip millions into hunger. When grain moves, empires rise, and when it stops, nations fall. When Russia invaded Ukraine in 2022, the world feared tanks, but it was wheat that made the loudest impact. Ukraine, known as the breadbasket of Europe, saw its grain exports blocked. The ports were mined, silos were bombed. Dozens of countries, especially in Africa and the Middle East, were suddenly facing food shortages, and Russia knew. Famine creates pressure. It opens the door to negotiation or manipulation. This isn't just a consequence of war, it's deliberate strategy. Russia offered grain deals to allies while restricting exports to critics. The message was clear: align with us and you eat. Challenge us and your people starve. Food became foreign policy, and as Henry Kissinger once said, "Who controls the food supply controls the people." Today, global food supply is more fragile than ever. Climate disasters have ravaged harvests from Canada to India. Trade wars have blocked essential fertilizers. Meanwhile, countries like China are stockpiling wheat at historic levels, while poorer nations compete over crumbs. In this new order, grain isn't just food, it's leverage, and whoever holds the stockpile holds the power. Food is now being used as a negotiating tool, silently but effectively. Some nations receive grain in exchange for political silence. Others sign contracts that tie them into long-term dependence. This isn't a war with weapons, it's a siege with spreadsheets, and the hunger is real. You don't need bullets to break a nation. Sometimes a missing loaf of bread is enough. As supply chains tighten and climate chaos spreads, food will no longer just be survival. It will be strategy. So ask yourself, in the next war, will the first casualty be dinner? If strategy, history, economics, and finance shape the world, this is where they converge.